Hello everyone, it's Kat and I'm back today to try on some makeup that I bought recently. This is all the makeup I've been buying the last couple months. I did get a fairly sizable Sephora order the other day. They were having a sale and I was interested in stuff. I also picked up a highlighter from, this is a Korean highlighter from Korean skincare beauty store the other week. So I want to try all these things on. I feel like with all these things, I'm only missing really mascara and eyeshadow and eyebrows, but I can sort of make that up with other products that I have. So let's do it. So the first things I picked up were two base products from Natasha Denona. So I've got the HY-Glam foundation. I loved the HY-Glam concealer, if you remember. I did pick this up in N2. My concealer was N4, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if that's the right move. Hayley did order one online and she was saying that hers that she thought was going to be a good shade match for her ended up being too dark. So I went down. I don't know if that's the right move. And I also got the same shade in the powder version. Now my friend Madeline was saying that this is fantastic. It's good for just like a quick sort of powder foundation. It doesn't leave you too dry, but also really good for like touching up. And if you've got spots like breakouts, it's hard to cover with a liquid, you can cover it with the powder. So this is more of like a touch-uppy type thing. So I'm going to try them both. I'm going to do a wear test on this eventually, but I like to try things out first to make sure that the wear test is behaving in a way that is accurate to my experience. Anyway, you get it. I bought a backup of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder. This is in pound cake. I do have another one on the go, but it's like not nearly done, but like, yeah, I just thought, look, this is my only loose powder. I may as well have a backup. So if I need loose powder, I'll just use the one that I've got. I picked up this highlighter from the Sephora collection range. This is the Luminizer in Pink Flash. Now this to me, when I was swatching it, it gave me very much Stereo Rose vibes. So I had to buy it. I did swatch this in store though. Then also from the Sephora collection, I picked up a Multichrome liner. This is the green one. They have 4 shades and this was the only one in stock. Apparently these like sell out. So I'm glad I found this available in the sale. And if you remember my Kaleidos green eyeliner that I loved, that the lid fell out and went down the sink when I was in Brisbane last, I think. So I'm missing a green multichrome liner, so I'm going to try this today. With my Sephora points, I also got a bonus thing. So this is a Lanolips. This is the watermelon tinted lip. So I've got a lip, which is great. And then I also bought a highlighter. Now this is not from Sephora. This is from a KE beauty store. I'll have a close-up of this because it's hard to see the box in this lighting, but it's a see-through Veillighter. Now I like that because it's supposed to be translucent with a sheen, and I swatched it in store. It was really pretty. So I've got a highlighter here that's going to act as a blush. I'm going to try that on one cheek, and I'm going to put a different blush and this over the top so we can see them both. So most of this is from Sephora, plus a little bit of a K-Beauty little order. I didn't get to try this in store, so I'm really curious, and I'm worried it doesn't actually look too light, to be fair. Look, while I'm applying some of this foundation, which it's already got a mark on the box, I don't know, when you spend so much money on a foundation, you want it to be like perfect, and I'm like, why has it got like a mark on it? Anyway, it says shake before use, and I mainly bought this. Firstly, a lot of people were asking me to review it, but also because I love the concealer. Now you might be saying, Kat, if you love the concealer, why haven't you repurchased it? And I will explain that. So I'm going to okay. I'm going to do 2 pumps on the back of my hand. This color does look really good for me. I'm glad I went down. I always sort of if I can't test it on my face in store, I always a little bit lighter because it's easier to darken something up than it is to lighten it, if that makes sense. So I've got it here. That looks perfect for my hand. I know that doesn't mean it's perfect for my face. So the reason I haven't repurchased the concealer, oh, that is perfect. Oh, go me and my shade choice. So N2, what a winning choice. The reason I haven't, even this looks like it could be a bit dark for me. This is a really nice formula, to be fair. It feels really hydrating. It's a nice amount of coverage. Like, I'm going to shear that out a bit because I'm just working today. In fact, I've got a meeting in half an hour, so I've got to hurry this up. But with the concealer, I loved it. I used it up. I even declared it as being like my best product of the year a couple of years ago. But the reason I haven't repurchased it is simply because I noticed that after I had it for a year, it didn't wear as well on my face anymore, and sometimes it applied a bit patchy. So I feel like it is a product that tends to expire, which is fine. Like realistically, we should be using up our products in that time. Okay, I've got a little bit left. I did 2 pumps. 2 pumps is too much. So 2 pumps is too much, which is good to know because it is an expensive foundation. It's nice to know you can get like a good amount of coverage in maybe 1 pump, maybe 1.5 pumps. So it's going to go a lot further than some other foundations I own. This looks really nice. The lighting you've got at the moment is horrible because it's the morning light coming in and it's really sort of looking quite harsh, but this is looking really nice and healthy. It's covering enough and I'm liking it. So this is feeling really good. I'm not sure if I want to put this over the top. This is the powder, by the way. It's such a weird packaging. It's like, looks like flesh. So it's like rubberized plastic, but it's like, it just looks like a little flesh packet. It's odd. This is the color. It looks quite yellow. These are refillable, which is good. Do I want to use a bit of this? I don't know. I might just get a little bit. This powder was obscenely expensive. I think full price in Australia was like $95. If it wasn't recommended to me by a friend who was like, this is really, really good, I would have been like, that is way out of my price point. So anyway, I tried it. I'm just putting a little bit on. It is going to make it too much coverage. So I'm going to try this another time where I'm just using it by itself. And I might do like a double review, or I don't know, a review of each of them. I'm not sure, but that does feel really nice. That does look really nice. I do need to set it a bit more, so I'm going to go in with my Huda powder. I had to like gouge a hole into this to decant some for when I'm traveling. Like this mesh is a bit annoying, but the powder is really good. Shit, I keep going on a tangent with this concealer talk. So the concealer, I like it. I would repurchase it, but the problem is that I'd only repurchase it if I knew I was going to use it exclusively. And because I wanted to try the Fenty one, because I wanted to try the House Labs one, I knew that if I repurchased the Natasha Denona concealer, that it'll probably sit there for a while and then end up going bad and wearing a bit funny. So that's why I haven't repurchased it. I've just come to the conclusion that it's got to be an exclusive use concealer. So this is the only concealer I have open, the only one I'm using, and I'm going to use it up before it goes bad. That's sort of how I have to use it. And that's been the deterrent. But otherwise it was a really good concealer until it sort of started not working, which was odd. Let's get on to cheeks because I'm really excited to use this. So let's do a little zoom in before I destroy the nice design. There it is. Doesn't it look beautiful? Now I do want to say that there were 2 different types of this, and when I was ordering I got the more expensive one because there was one that felt like a powder wet product and one that felt like a baked product. I hope I got the right one because I like the consistency of the more baked one, but it's pretty. It really gave me the, oh no, maybe not. Ooh, mayday, mayday. What is happening here? All right, that's probably too much. I didn't obviously wear it. I just swatched it. It's all right. It's just a lot blushier than I was expecting. Pretty though, like definitely a one and done sort of cheap product. I just got to pick up a lot less. I just wasn't sure if it's one of those products you got to sort of take off the top layer. It's pretty. Oh, what just happened there? Oh no. My mirror must have knocked it and it literally just gouged a line in it. Oh, let's just sort of repress that. Pretty effect. And it's not too like texture emphasizing. You can get a bit worrying with highlighters that they look like they're going to emphasize texture, but this one's pretty nice. I'm just going in with my Project Pan blush. Can I just show you something that's happened? Bing bong. So a few people noticed in my last video when I did my Project Pan check-in that they could see the rings forming. I couldn't see it in person, so I didn't mention it, but then yesterday I started noticing it and then I over applied my blush because I was getting very excited. But this blush is a nice sort of peachier pink. So it's slightly, the base color is not too different from that. But I want to get this down so I can try this highlighter over the top. But yes, that's some progress. This is the brand of the highlighter. It was about, I think, $16 or something, not too expensive. So this is the packaging, and I got the beigey one. This is shade number 1. There was a pink one as well that was shade number 2. But what I loved about it when I swatched it, oh my God, open. Okay, when I swatched it, it was pretty intense, yes. But if I put it here, It's got that sort of glass-like finish. So again, it doesn't really have much of a base color. Let's try to put it on. I've got it on this brush here. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, it's pretty. It's very intense. So you can, I just picked up a tiny bit. It's definitely got that glass skin effect. Well, it's sort of messing with my base a bit. What's the deal? Is it the brush? This brush is not wet. It's messing with my base a bit. It's not good, but I don't know why it's lifting my base. I'm just going back in with my foundation brush. Let's just reapply that. Pretend this didn't happen. Powder. That's one way to use up more Project Pan blush. Hey, that's all sitting beautifully. Beautiful, flawless. Just wondering if this brush is a little bit wet. I did clean them the other day. I'm picking up a small amount, and I'm going to be very gentle with how I apply it. That's stunning. Gentle. Tiny bit. Gentle. Because if you rub it too much on the base, it can disrupt it a little bit. That is beautiful. Okay, that I love more than this. This is a one step easy. Cool, and it's got that pinky glow. But this, whoo, okay. Rom&nd, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's stunning. If you want a glass highlighter, it's there. It's there. I might even put this on my eyes because I don't have an eyeshadow. Let's see what it looks like. I do have my base that I've been using. So this is in my Project Pan. Why did I... my God, it's just not my day. I was supposed to pick it up with this end, but I picked it up with this end of the brush. Idiot. I was going to use this for the actual highlighter. Oh, it's not my day. Let's just put this on. Because this does dry out, I can put it on like a dry mousse. All right, picked up a little bit of highlighter on this end, which doesn't make much sense, but let's just put a little bit for a bit of glow. It is pretty. Now I'm using this. So this is the Sephora collection. They've got multichrome eyeliners, and they're waterproof as well, which is great. How do I open this? Oh, here we go. Ooh, look at it. It's so pretty. So I didn't even swatch this in store because it wasn't available, but I just love green. And multichrome liners, yes. So I'm just going to do this as just a wing today as the main. Yes, it's pretty. I'm probably going to speed through this because I'm so bad at talking when I'm doing my eyeliner. While I was doing that, I just put on some Merit mascara and some Precisely My brow pencil. So my brows and mascara's done because I didn't buy anything new in that realm. This I like. I don't think it's really, it is multichrome, but you can't see it easily on the eye. That's the same with a lot of multichrome things, to be fair. So it looks green front on, but on an angle, I can see it being like a bluey purple. So it's just about how it catches a light. But often when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, for example, you're not seeing a really harsh light from the side. So technically, I do think this is multichrome, but does it look like a beautiful, just metallic green liner? Yes. But am I mad about that? No, because I also really love that. I am going to test how it goes on the waterline because that's often how I use these pencils as well. Like I might do a look and then go, oh, hang on, I want a bit of a pop of something. This is super smooth. This is smoother than the Kaleidos ones. Kaleidos ones can give you a bit of like, you need to warm it up a bit and gives you a bit of trouble trying to put on the waterline. They have the most stunning purple one though. Sephora, this is a really nice formula and I dig it. Really smooth, waterproof so you can put it wherever. Yeah, I like these. I'm going to keep an eye out for more, for sure. But they're selling out everywhere. Even after I ordered this, I even went in store to try to look for other ones. And I was like, I'll buy them full price if I like them. And they just weren't even on display because they've all sold out. So I understand why. Get them if you can. They're quite nice. And Sephora collection, expand the range. They're pretty. All right, I'm probably going to change this lip up because this lip is kind of boring. Again, this was just using my points. Not mad about it though because, wow, is this a full size? I'm surprised I got a full-size product because I was not expecting that. It looks like it's been sitting around a while. It looks like it's separated, but hey, I'll mix it up. That's fine. What? I thought this was going to be a mini little sample. Apparently not. So I love a lip oil or a lip water, whatever this is. I love a lip product. And I love watermelon. I don't love pink, but I also don't love this wand. It's one of those, like, you know when you think you're gonna it's gonna get all frayed and nasty? It's that kind of vibe. Nice. It feels really comfortable. I did actually use Lanolips original one of these. They brought out, I don't know if it was a flavor, but it was like a sheer sort of like pearlescent one. I did use it up. I quite like this color a little bit more, and I like watermelon. I'm not getting much watermelon vibes from it, to be fair. Smells a bit like ingredients. To be fair, this could be old and could be off, and that's why they're giving it away as points. I don't know, but it does feel really nice. It's very much like a lip oil. So if you're wondering what it feels like, it's not like a thick gloss. It feels like a lip oil, so that's nice. So yeah, so far I'm liking most things I've purchased. I'm so glad I went a few shades down, because if I went N4, this would have been way too dark for me. So I think the moral to the story is, if you've used a concealer, don't automatically assume that the concealer and foundation are going to be the same shades. Do try to test them in store if you can, or go down a shade. But it looks really, really nice, and I have no idea how it's going to wear, but it looks really nice. This Flesh Brick, I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment for this, because this is something I've got to play with a little bit more and then do a full review on. So it feels a bit creepy though, I'm just going to say. Powder, again, functional. This is just a backup, so I don't know what the new packaging's like. I hope it's better than the old packaging, but whatever. This is pretty. I think it's a lot bolder in the blush than I thought it was. I don't know if I got the wrong one, because again, there were two different versions. One was like a baked pan feel, and it was a lot like smoother to pick up, and then one was a little bit more grippier. I don't know if I got the grippier one. It is very pretty, and it's a nice one and done. This is a really good travel sort of blush and highlight product in one, but I don't feel like it meets the expectations I had when I swatched it in store. So again, I don't know if I got the wrong one. This, killer. This is killer gorgeousness. Let's just turn the brightness down a little bit. It is supremely beautiful. So if you find this highlighter or see-through Veillighter, highly recommend. It's also got a little thing down the bottom where you can mark the date that you've opened it. So if you're worried about expiration, like, you know, it's kind of cool. Just on first impressions, this is probably the thing that's impressed me the most, because it's just so beautiful. And it's something, if there's a step in your makeup routine that just makes you look elevated, I'm all for it. And that's what this did. Beautiful, beautiful. And I really love the formula of this. It's super smooth, glides on the waterline, is this beautiful sort of metallic green. I know there was a red one. I don't know what else. I think there's a blue one. I will pick up more of these when I see them, because the formula is really beautiful for any liner of any brand. So well done, Sephora collection. And then, yeah, this is fine. It's a lip oil. Doesn't smell like watermelon. Nice color. Anyway, thank you so much for getting ready with me today. I've got a meeting in 3 minutes, so I better skedaddle. 2 minutes, oops. Thank you for just sticking around, seeing what I thought of the new makeup I've been buying recently. I'd love to know if you've tried any of this makeup, what your thoughts are. Are there any techniques that you recommend? Or any like full reviews that you want to see? Let me know, and I'll chat to you in the comments. And a big thank you to my members for supporting my channel. See ya.